Okay, I think it's working. I think we're back. 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 Oh my gosh, so tacky. My bad. I don't know why. Uh my freaking yeah, I'm back. Anytime this happened, okay, so this happened also the night that I talked about, like when I talk about spiritual stuff, it shuts off anytime. So when I was doing about mediumship and talking about I don't remember when that night was, but I was talking about like what you want your spirit guides and what it is like being a medium, what your people want you to know. It cut off anytime a spirit is like you're saying too much. I don't know. It's like what the hell is going on? Um so yeah, it's that was weird. Right when I was talking about getting out the comfort zone. Child. Right when I was talking about getting out the comfort zone. Oh my God. That's funny. Okay. Let's go back. Well, the first part is still up on YouTube to rewatch it. So we'll talk about let's continue. Right when I was exactly right when I was talking about getting out of the comfort zone. Okay, back to that. Those three obstacles to your personal legend. So they were the voice of others, fear of the unknown. Um, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see because what happened is my phone. I'm just gonna power off my phone. Let me just power off my phone really quick. Wait. Oh wait. You gotta. All right. I'm gonna power off my phone because what happened was something with my phone, like links. Yeah, I just turned off my phone so it won't interrupt. My phone kind of picks up the mic. Anyway, back to the three obstacles of your personal legend. Focus. Okay. The voice of others, fear of the unknown, and your comfort zone. So that's where I was at, talking about your comfort zone. So people are capable at any times in their lives of doing what they dream of. However, your comfort zone, attachment to security, practical voice, settling for good enough, that kind of gets in the way. So now with the eclipse happening at 29 degrees in Virgo, it's going to push you out of your comfort zone. So these last 3 months, so we have 3 months and 9 days, 10 days left of this year, you're going to be asked to be pushed out of your comfort zone so your personal legend can be born. So if you are at a crossroads and you are trying to figure out what is the next step for me, what is the next step living in this world that we live in, now it's time for you to take responsibility. Not saying that you weren't taking responsibility, but now it's time for you to take responsibility for the next steps, for your soul's calling, for your personal, legend. So, what needs to die in order for your personal legend to be reborn in you? Which limiting beliefs are you ready to give up after this eclipse? What old identity kind of no longer serves your highest self? So, how are you going to trust the universe, God, spirit, him or, whatever you call him or her? How are you going to trust more deeply? What does that look like for you? So the universe is always working in your favor. Or as I've heard in, her name is Radia. I can't remember, but it was a quote. It was on Facebook years ago. And she would say, the universe responds to a made up mind. Okay. So when you want something, the universe wants to give it to you, but it needs you to make up your mind. So the eclipse is really here to remind you that even when a shadow appears, even when a shadow appears to block your light, or when circumstances happen or anything like that, it is aligning you for your highest good, right? So start paying attention to synchronicities and coincidences. people appearing that are exactly what you need. Doors opening unexpectedly. So intuitive nudges make it stronger to tell you to do something or move somewhere or go see this person or go talk to that person, or obstacles that kind of redirect you into something better. Your intuition is really when your intuition gets stronger, that's why you'll hear a lot of people. I even said it, when you start healing your intuition, your psychic abilities, they become stronger because it's like no barrier there anymore. So your soul is kind of saying, okay, you're ready to experience this on a higher level. So for tonight, it's going to be really important for you all to set intentions, release control, take inspired action, and kind of stay alert for signs. So what does that mean? So what aspect of your soul's legend, your personal legend, are you willing to call in? And please don't do basic stuff like, I want more money or I want this. Like, call in experiences or call in things that are very unique. We had a conversation about money earlier this month on one of my lives. Money needs a job. You have to give it a job, but I might talk some more about that tomorrow or sometime this week. However, what aspect of your soul's calling, your personal legend, are you calling in? Can you trust the universe in its unique timing? So here's the thing about the universe's timing and spirit's timing. Um, for us, it may seem long, but for them, it may be a day. Like, so you just have to kind of move towards that. What's one step you can do this week to kind of move to your soul's calling? So the universe is going to speak to you through different things and through different synchronicities that you kind of understand and you know. So what I want you all to do is to set an intention for almost make this week and the end of these. How many days do we have left? Let's see. We have, let me just look. Like, where's the calendar? Well, I turned off my phone. What was it, 24 seconds right there? 6, 7. We have 9 days left in this year and I have 9 lives left. Whew. We have 9 days left in this year. I mean, in this month. And then we have 3 months left. I want you to treat these next 9 days like New Year's. Like, this is your New Year's Eve. Like, this is like, okay, today is New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's Monday. It's fall equinox. Let's start tomorrow. Let's not wait until January. Let's not wait until tomorrow. Let's look at tonight. It's a perfect opportunity to look at tonight as New Year's Eve for you with this eclipse, because it's at 29 degrees. It's an anarchic degree. It's the final. Okay. So when you wake up tomorrow, if you're going to start eating right, if you're going to start the workout plan, if you're going to start reading more books, whatever you're going to do, go into it tomorrow. Don't wait until January. Don't wait until October. Don't wait until November. Oh, after Thanksgiving, I'm going to do this, or I need to prepare for this for Christmas. No, make tonight your New Year's Eve. So get a pen and a piece of paper tonight. You can go get a candle. If you don't have any candles, try and go to the dollar store or something. And I want you to sit with yourself. I want you to meditate. I want you to really sit with your mind, your body, and your soul. And I want you to write down 1 to 3 things, or what, not things, 1 to 3 experiences that you want to experience. So the thing about Virgo, what I love Virgo energy. I love Virgos, love them. Virgos are all about the experience. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay. So, hey, Cinnamon Love is here. The fabulous, famous darling. Hey, boo, hey. Anyway, a lot of people don't realize that Virgo is a healer. It's not just structure and being perfect. It's a healer, but it's a healer of experiences. Virgo wants to have an experience of a lifetime. They want to experience creativity. They want to experience love. Hello, look at Beyonce. You go to a concert, she's giving you an experience. That is what Virgo is about. So tonight, get a pen and a piece of paper and write down 3 experiences that you want to have. Maybe they're longer term experiences. Maybe they're shorter term experiences. Maybe they're just an experience that you have once in a lifetime. But write down the type of experience. So if it's money, say that I want to experience a life where I don't have to, check my bank account if I want to purchase something for myself or a family member or something like that. That's an experience. Or I want an experience where if I just decide to go to a spa, on the random, I can experience that. Write down the things that you want to experience, especially over these next, I would say, even up until 2033, because that's when Uranus is going to be in Gemini. And so write down the things that you want to experience. Pick 3 things and start moving towards those experiences and start moving towards how you want to experience life and not about the actual thing. Like I said, money is, essentially money is easier than we think it is, because I use scammers, for example, or people who accumulate a lot of it. It's because they just get given money a job. This is the job of money for me, and this is how I need it, right? So I want you to write down how you experience stuff. Any questions? What questions do you guys have? I missed you too. I missed you too, Cinnamon. I missed you too. Feeling the Virgo. I love Virgos. I love Virgos. I love Virgos. Of course, yeah. Virgos in my second house, money and self-worth have been coming the fuck up. Can you provide guidance how to heal second house? So second house, I have a course, it's $9. It's called Money Magnetism Map. I talk about the second house and I talk about that. It's $9 and there's a whole big workbook on that, but I'll get into it. So, and it's in my shop. It's called Money Magnetism Map. It's a $9 product. I did a video on your second house. It has, I'm always working on courses. It is to get specific about it, and I'll talk about the second house. So in the Money Magnetism Map, it's $9 course. It talks about your second house, your Venus, and your Jupiter, and how to use those. So with your second house, what you really want to do, regardless if your second house is empty, my second house is empty. That doesn't matter. So if your second house is empty, what you are looking for is the ruler of your second house. So the ruler of your second house runs the show. So because your second house is in Virgo, regardless of it's empty, you want to look to see where Mercury is in your chart. Wherever Mercury is, whatever sign it is, whatever house it is, that's your pathway. That's your pathway to money. That's your pathway to it. I'll use myself as an example. My second house is empty. Capricorn is my second house. The ruler of my second house is Saturn. I have Saturn in Libra, which is in my 11th house. The 11th house is your community. It's ruled by Aquarius. So I have to be online. I have to be seen in where multiple people can see me, where global people can see me, where the internet is involved, where technology is involved, where anything around the 11th house kind of things. And then Libra, the way that I do it is going to be through relationships. So I'm very great at relationships. That's why I do what I do. My relationships with people as a coach, as a medium, as an astrologer, all of that, those are all relationships. So groups, one-on-ones, relationships are my thing. So I have to build relationships because Libra is ruled by Venus and there's relationships. So you want to find out where Mercury is in your chart, and then whatever sign that it's in the house, that's the avenue that's going to give you the money and the worth, or not the worth, just the money kind of thing. I'm a Virgo, and that's exactly what I said. I want to experience. So for you saying, I want to experience a soft, blissful life, you have to define what that means. Okay? Don't just say I want to have a soft life. That's such a blanket statement. You have, what does a soft life look to you? Because your soft life and my soft life are very different. So define that a little bit more. Okay? So be a little bit more with that. I have a Capricorn stellium though. That's not bad. So Jupiter's in my second house too. So that's perfect because then Jupiter is abundant. Jupiter wants to be there. So you have to do something that involves healing yourself, healing others. Your service is going to bring you money, how you service people. So someone said, my North Node, Jupiter, and Saturn are in Virgo. Any recommendations on what I should focus on? What house is it in, Natasha? What house is it in? What house is Virgo in? Sag rising to second house, Cap. Mercury, eighth house with Venus and Leo. I mean, that's easy. You just have to talk. You have to talk. You have to, if you, any placements in Capricorn, it just requires structure. So you have to talk. You have to express yourself. You have to build something. So I know even with wealth, I have to build something because Capricorn was my second house. I have to build something that's going to outlast me. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm focused on. Building something that's going to outlast me, building foundations, building structure, building something that's going to outlast me. It's going to be a road, a long time. With Mercury there, you're just talking about those things and using your voice to do so. I have Mercury in the 10th house in Aquarius. That's a good 10th house placements are good. You have to talk. Talk, 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 talk. And in 10th house, people are listening to your thoughts, your views, your opinions, all of that down. So yeah, you have to write down exactly what it looks like. What other questions do you all have? This is going to be a short one, but I'll stay on a little bit longer because Spirit was like, boop, let me turn this off. Oh my God. If please, not another eighth house person worried about money, child. Please, y'all kill me with this. You have Jupiter, your north. Listen, rob people. I don't know what that means for you. Do that. Ask people for money. If I'm telling you, if I had my eighth house is in Cancer, if I had eighth house placements, I know for a fact I would be the listen. I would be well known in many industries if I had eighth house placements. Listen, I would probably be married to several. I would have been on my third, fourth marriage, and I'll be getting paid. That's all I can say. If you have eighth house placements, y'all eighth housers be cracking me up, talking about I'm having problems. Especially if you have Jupiter, Venus, the moon, your sun there. People want to they want to envelop themselves in you. Take advantage of that, especially if you date men. Sorry, any man who's watching this, child. Sorry, but that's what I would do. That's what I would do. My moon is in my second house in Aquarius. So, and I talk about this in my course. Like I said, the Money Magnetism course is $9. But if you have your moon in your second house, the moon in the second house, so your emotions have a lot to do with your worth and how you feel about money. So if you're not emotionally regulated, it's gonna be a shit show. It just is. Virgo is in my 9th house. Does this mean I should be? Yeah, you should travel. You should travel more and focus on healing yourself and other people through international travels, or just travel where you can learn about different philosophies. Or it's not just travel, it's different philosophies. It's also belief systems. My second house is empty, which is in Cancer and Leo. It's not in Cancer and Leo. I use whole sign, so it's in one or the other. So I use whole sign. So do it in whole sign. It's in one of those, Cancer or Leo. It's not in both. Venus, see, you have Venus in the 8th house in Leo. Listen. Oh, jeez. You could talk people out of money, and you can just exist for being yourself out of money. I have to nurture people. Okay. Not a bad thing, but that's part of my pathway to others. other resources is through my nurturing qualities, which I'm great at it. I create safe spaces for people. I guide people, all of that. That's my 8th house. So I have a lot of asteroids there, but I don't have any planets. But that's what I'm here to do. My 8th house is nurturing, it's guidance. That's how I heal people, is through my nurturing and guidance. I create safe spaces for them to heal themselves. That's what I'm supposed to be doing here. So, Leo, you just got to show up. Just show up and be yourself. Neptune in Cap in my 8th house. Yeah, you got to get out of your own head. My Virgo is icy in the 3rd house. That's not bad, Cinnamon. That's not bad at all. 3rd house, I mean, you're doing what you're doing with the writing in the 3rd house in Virgo and talking about advocacy for what you did and advocacy through your writing, through short trips, through speaking, through using your voice. So that is the right path for you, and it's a healing aspect. So you talk a lot about healing and advocacy and all of the things about women, and you're on the right path. Can you talk about the program I just launched? Oh yeah, so I can talk about it. So it's the beta round, but it's called the embodiment map. I'll put the sales page in here. It is a 7-week guided journey through 8 stages of embodiment. So pretty much the embodiment map is going to be, and I will put so you can see it. I'll put the sales page here. It's just so it's the beta round. So pretty much what the embodiment map is, the embodiment map. The embodiment map is part of the system from my book, which is Embody Your Magic. And so the embodiment map is going to be 7 weeks getting to your I am, which I talk about that in my book that comes out on February 17th, 2026. Please pre-order it. Thank you. So it's going to be the embodiment map. And so the embodiment map is 8 stages of embodiment, which I talk about, but we spend 7 weeks together. And you have one kind of profound declaration of becoming. And so what it does is that it's not therapy, it's not coaching, it's about embodiment. So it's the practice of living in your truth, in your bones, in your breath through these daily choices that you make. So rather than a one size fits all approach, I'm teaching you how to heal and which modality to use, which I talk about that in my book as well. So as you embark on this journey through what I call the canyon in my book, which is your shadow self. So we go through different embodiments, the embodiment of validation, anger, self, alignment, truth, choice, change, and destiny, which have different modalities. So the embodiment map is going to be, I'll put it in the chat, copy, I'll put it in the chat. So I'll put the Google Doc in the chat, just copy and paste it. So the embodiment map is pretty much a program where I take you through the actual program. And this is so I can get more feedback. It's at a very discounted rate. So you'll go through the program. And then if you decide, because this is going to be part of some certifications that I'm releasing next year, where if you want to be an embodiment map facilitator, you can, if you do the beta, you'll get $500 off of the facilitation program when I launch it next year. So the embodiment map facilitator program is going to be the framework that I'm teaching you in October. You can't use it yet, but until you decide if you want to be a facilitator. So I'm taking you through it. And pretty much with the facilitation program, if you become an embodiment map facilitator, you can lead 3-day intensives or workshops, incorporate them into your retreats, offer them in online spaces. And like I'll have a section for all the embodiment map facilitators, and all of that stuff, like on my website, like when I relaunch and do my website, so people can go and see it. So it's 7 weeks. The schedule is on there. Uh, it won't copy. It's not linked in my bio, Cinnamon. If you go, how can I don't know how I can. put it? If you're on my mailing list, I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be in the PS tomorrow. So open up my emails if you're on my emails. If you're on my emails, it'll be on there. Or shoot me a DM. How about this? Shoot me a DM if you want, after we're done with the live, if you want the link to the sales page, and I will send it to you. You do have to apply because I want the group to be, you know, all the stuff. I want the group to be good. So it's the beta round of it. So I'm pretty much taking you all through the embodiment map process so you can see how it is online. And then next year, when I launch the embodiment map facilitator certification, if you decide to do that, you get $500 off of it. And then you've already went through the process, so you know what it feels like, everything. And so the certification is going to be longer because I'm going to take you through and show you how I did everything and all of that. And then once you are a facilitator, you'll be listed on my website in a section which I'm redoing everything. And then you'll be able to do your own embodiment map workshops, online workshops, 3-day kind of intensives, all of that stuff. So that's what I am doing in October. So if you want to DM me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. If you're watching from YouTube, just DM me on Instagram and I'll send you the link so you can check out the program. And then you just have to apply and fill out the application. And then all of the stuff is there on it. If you can't attend live, that is okay, as long as you can attend at least out of, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 sessions. As long as you can, because the main as long as you can attend at least 4 sessions, you should be fine. And I haven't put which sessions, but you'll also have like a space where you can there'll be a little community where you can get feedback, all of that stuff. So thank you for bringing that up. So yes, it's called the embodiment map, and you'll go through it with me. And if you decide next year that you want to be an embodiment map facilitator because you did this beta thing with me, you get $500 off. So that's how it works. So sorry you couldn't. Let me go back to the questions. So, where were we at? Someone said, okay, let's go back to the questions. I'm definitely going to get, please get my book now. I need those pre-sale orders. Please get my book. So my moon is in Virgo in the 5th house and Mercury in Cancer in the 3rd house. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Having a moon in Virgo in the 5th house. I'll say this. If your sexual relationships are not healing for you, find someone else to have sex with. Be honest. Because Virgo likes healing stuff. Mercury in the 3rd, Cancer in Cancer. I mean, you heal with your words and your voice. I have a Leo midheaven in the 9th house and Scorpio moon and rising. I mean, those are not bad combinations. I like Scorpio moons. I love a Scorpio moon. With the Leo midheaven, you just have to be willing to talk and shine through your transformation. I will say that. My 8th house is in Pisces. Okay, so you are Leo rising. Yeah, who am I scamming? Everybody. Listen, I know Leo rising men who have their sun signs in the 8th house in Pisces. They have scammer qualities. They have scammer energy. They're maybe not scammers, but they could scam. You could take people's money. Mercury's there. You just got to talk. What if Saturn's in your 8th house? With Saturn in your 8th house, Saturn wants structure. So you have to create structure around that, okay? You have to create structure. All I have is in the 8th house is Chiron and it's in Leo. That's not bad, Melanie. That's not bad. North Node in the second house in Sag, but my Mercury is in Cancer in the ninth and midheaven in Leo. I mean, that's not a bad combination either. You just have to be willing to think about different ways and probably travel for money. I need to learn my chart. Do you have services to help with that? Yes. My Voice of Truth session, which is an hour long, you can do that. I also have some mini classes on my website. They're mini classes. I'm continuing to build out my mini library for stuff. So I have mini classes on my website. And I have a mini course called the 12 Houses Explained Like We're on FaceTime. It's $9 and it talks about your 12th house. I mean, the 12 houses, and talks about what each thing is. I'm doing some more other mini courses. So there's stuff on there to learn about these things for sure. But that is one of, and I have a astrology essentials course that just talks about like your sun, moon, and rising stuff. But so there's a few things. So just look through my catalog on my website or book a call with me. My Venus is in the 8th house in Leo. Yeah, time to take people's money. Time to take people's money. I have Virgo in the 2nd house. Do I manifest money by being? Yes, by being of service oriented stuff, service, healing, etc. Mercury and Virgo in the 8th house. That's just going to be talking your way to the top, talking your way, creating systems, creating healing modalities. I need to get out of my head. My Leo is in Virgo in the 2nd house and it's empty, and Mercury in Cap in the 7th. That rings, yeah, that makes sense, Cinnamon. Message me. It makes sense. At your career, it makes sense. Having Mercury and Capricorn in your 7th house with relationships and you talking with your relationships, that makes sense. And how you structure things. You're an icon. Hello. Let's not forget. Okay. I have Virgo in the 12th house. Virgo in the 12th house, that's a really psychic house. That's a lot of healing. You have to do a lot of healing for yourself. Lots of healing for yourself. Virgo and Sun in the 9th house. Does this mean anything during the eclipse? I would try, if you have your Virgo, start thinking about new ways or new philosophies or new ways of doing stuff. That's important. Thinking about different ways to heal yourself is important. So yeah, I have Virgo in the 12th and my Mercury is in the 3rd. That's a nice house to have Mercury in. What about Vertex and Cancer in the 8th? Vertex and Cancer in the 8th is you're going to have fated events that happen through the Cancer modalities, through healing, through nurturing. So opportunities will be presented to you once you do those things. Can you say something about North Node and Mars retrograde and Cap in the 8th house? I mean, your North Node is in the 8th house. You are destined to have resources. That's pretty much it. With Mars there, retrograde, that means that you have to believe in your personal power first before anyone else will. That's what that means. Anyone else? But yeah, if you want me to send you the link for the embodiment map, just send me a DM and I'll send that. You can read about it, then apply, fill out the application. Applications do close on the 25th. And if you're on my email list, you'll get another email about it tomorrow as well on my magical motherfucking Mondays email list. Virgo in the 12th house, Mercury and Mars there too. Your battle is with yourself, healing yourself through the words that you speak, through the power that you talk about. My Virgo is in South Node in the 4th house. Yeah, Virgo South Node, 4th house. Did you get sick a lot as a kid? Or was there sickness around you a lot in your household as a child with a Virgo South node? That can, in my views, that can cause environments that are kind of unhealthy with your South node there, or you getting sick in the house a lot. No, okay, well, what was I gonna say? Mars and Leo in the 11th house. I love that Mars. Yeah, sickness around you. I was like, when you said no, I said somebody was sick around you. Someone was sick. That I know for sure. With the South Node in Virgo in the 4th house, there were tons of sick people around you. Mars in Leo in the 11th house. I mean, just people might be afraid of your power, if anything. Mercury, Mars, Venus in the 10th house. That's good. That's good. You just have to be comfortable with talking about that. Virgo in the 7th house. Relationship stuff. Yeah, a lot of death. Yeah, I figured that. There was tons of sick people around Virgo. All right, everyone. I have to go because I got to get prepared to teach, and I need a break before I teach. And this is a different class. This is something that I've been doing already. A different class. What is my Virgo in the 10th house. Mercury's in the 1st. Yeah, Virgo in the 10th, Mercury in the 1st. Virgo in the 10th, that means your Sag rising. And with your Mercury, people are always going to talk about how you talk. And they're going to look to you for how you talk. Anyway, but yeah, check out my website. I have a bunch of mini courses on there. There's reports on there. All of that stuff that you can get. All of the things. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 tomorrow because tomorrow's Monday. I have a class that I'm taking. So Monday and Wednesday of this week, 6:30, just a 30-minute. The rest of the days for the week, 7 p.m. And then my final weekend, 11. So I will see you all tomorrow for my 30 days of live. Thank you for rocking with me. 9 more days. 9 more days. So I will see you all. And yeah, all right. So bye-bye. And